Not the method.
You're unmuted. Are you muted?
Yeah, still mute. Mute. இதில் நீ பண்ணணுடி அந்த இது ஆஃப் பண்ணால்
Oh, you have to take off your audio down.
அதான் சொல்கிறேன் இதில் பண்ணதுக்கு
Take it out from here. No. Take it out from there. This has nothing to do with this now. You got out of the meeting. Why? Why did you get out of the meeting?
No, nothing. The people are there.
Got out of the meeting. Okay, here. There you go. You're in.
One minute.
You just need to unmute. That is through my phone. The music is through my phone. Start? I can hear you?
Check.
Yeah, please.
Good evening, Nideta, Deepika, can you hear me? Shamji, good evening.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Let's start.
Yeah, I can hear you. Namaste.
Say Shamji, nice to talk to you. Let's start.
Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Namah Suryaya Chandraya Mangalaya Budaya Cha Guru Shukra Shani Vyascha Rahuve Ketuve Namaha Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha.
Right, we'll start with our first pranayama. Make sure your body is relaxed, right from the top of your head to the toe. When you say, when you breathe in and breathe out 7 times deeply, breathe in deeply with a walk by your breath, and breathe out, see deeply 7 times. Follow me through. Shriya Baba. Right, let's start the first pranayama. Inhale deeply, exhale deeply, inhaling Va, exhaling C through the Sushumna Nadi by breath. Follow me through. Step 2 pranayama, halfway through. Follow me 7 times again. Step 3 pranayama, inhaling deep and exhaling single breath. Follow me through. Right, so let's pray for Dhanvantri as you are doing because of this health problem all over the world. Yashu is going to say Dhanvantri mantra and we're going to pray Babaji, Guru, to get rid of this problem, get back to normalcy as soon as possible. We pray with our mind, heart, feelings, and energy completely. Go ahead.
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय धन्वन्त्रयाय अमृतकलशहस्ताय सर्वमयविनाशनाय त्रैलोक्यनादाय श्रीमहाविष्णवे नमः।
Om Kiriya Babaji Namo.
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय धन्वन्त्रयाय अमृतकलशहस्ताय सर्वमयविनाशनाय त्रैलोक्यनादाय श्रीमहाविष्णवे नमः।
Om Kiriya Babaji Namo.
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय धन्वन्त्रयाय अमृतकलशहस्ताय सर्वमयविनाशनाय त्रैलोक्यनादाय श्रीमहाविष्णवे नमः।
Om Kiriya Babaji Namo.
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय धन्वन्त्रयाय अमृतकलशहस्ताय सर्वमयविनाशनाय त्रैलोक्यनादाय श्रीमहाविष्णवे नमः।
Om Kiriya Babaji Namo.
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय धन्वन्त्रयाय अमृतकलशहस्ताय सर्वमयविनाशनाय त्रैलोक्यनादाय श्रीमहाविष्णवे नमः।
Om Kiriya Babaji Namo.
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय धन्वन्त्रयाय अमृतकलशहस्ताय सर्वमयविनाशनाय त्रैलोक्यनादाय श्रीमहाविष्णवे नमः।
Om Kiriya Babaji Namo.
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय धन्वन्त्रयाय अमृतकलशहस्ताय सर्वमयविनाशनाय त्रैलोक्यनादाय श्रीमहाविष्णवे नमः।
Om Kiriya Babaji Namo.
Today's Eid also.
Oh, Eid. Okay. So all our Muslim friends, they're all celebrating Eid. So on this good day, let the vibrations of all of us who meditate deeply, all his blessings, let's all convey greetings to all our Muslim friends. The founder of the Islam focused on only one God, and they believed in non-physical form of Almighty, and most of your prayers involve asanas and also mantras. Many people don't know that. But tracing back, there are a lot of evidences to show it's a branch of Siddha culture. And there are some Middle Eastern people who belong to Sufi group. They are very close to Siddhas. And there are a lot of evidences in South India where these Middle Eastern people come and stay and try to get the knowledge, the Siddhas. I remember there is one place very close to Pondicherry. if you go between Virupuram and Pondicherry, and there's a place called Chinnababu Samudram. Chinnababu Samudram. If you happen to go next time to India, check there. And there's a temple close to that place. And his name is, this Siddha name is Bade Sahib. Bade Sahib. And if you go to the temple, there's a big Shiva temple there, very popular Shiva temple. And they say between the Shiva, Shiva's Linga, it's in this underground connection to Mount Kailash, as well as to Chidambaram, where Lord Nataraja is there. They strongly believe it. And next to that temple, you will see Mahan Bade Sahib place. His picture, as well as his Samadhi, Jiva Samadhi is there. And if we go, the priest will explain the history of Bade Sahib. And he's basically from Middle Eastern guy. And he went in search of Siddha's knowledge, origin of Sufism and Islam. He came down to South. And so he was staying there for a long time, and until his Jiva Samadhi. So even today, both Muslims and Hindus go to this temple. And a lot of history, we will talk about that one day. So with all of Islam friends who may not know the history, but still they're all very close to us in principles. And let's all convey our greetings to all our Muslim friends. So last class we've been talking about continuing with the Ashtanga Yoga by Patanjali Sutras. So we went through Yama. Let me talk a little bit on Niyama. And as we know, external discipline to internal discipline. I was telling last class a little more explanation on internal discipline, because that is a very important part of Siddha's knowledge. So there is always, for a spiritual evolution, they recommend a meditation as a tool to destroy the karmas, past, present, and future, number one. Number two, to accelerate this process, the catalyst they advise us to use is introspection. Introspection in Tamil we call Tachodhanai. Introspection in English, or introspect ourselves. So for the internal discipline, this is a very, very important process. One of my Guru, Vedatri Maharishi, always give a lot of importance to this introspection along with meditation. In that teachings, he always described first part as meditation and second part as introspection. And once our karmas go away, our life is going like a very quiet stream without any challenges, without any confusions, ups and downs. And since we understand most of the things, what is happening around, then you understand yourself, nature, and your purpose of life. That we call that mukti. Now, so that goes beyond and to realize the self and the full capacity of the self. They go to diseaselessness, agelessness, and deathlessness also, as we talked about. So the introspection mainly the focus of course introspection is always um, thinking deeply what is going on in our mind. All of us know mind is a very important part of us, which is non-physical, that is related to our soul as well as our imprints. Because there are a lot of influences are there, right from the planets to your karmas to your parents and surroundings and all those stuff. Okay, so one of the ways we tackle this introspection is by going through the normal karmas all of us get as human beings. Normal karma. We always talk about kama, krobha, madam, macharya, lobha, and all those stuff. So introspection to this at least common to everybody. Introspection to yourself, your own karmas, that one has to do on your own with this basic knowledge, right? So that will, some people may have more anger, some people may have more worries, some people may have more desires, some people may have the ego problem. Even if they want to leave it, they can't. All right. So based on your karmas, it can be up and down. But normally, all of us are here in this earth, being born here, because we have karma. So nobody is perfect in this, unless there are some avatars who are born for the purpose of the humanity. So, do you want to say some few words about last class, or we just continue?
Um, no, you pretty much covered all that. You were going to talk today about introspection and principles of nature, which means you're going to be talking about desires, thought analysis, etc.
Okay. Before that, we are talking
Before
about
that, you talked about niyama, which is internal discipline, and in that, it is a very important and a deep limb of the Ashtanga Yoga, according to Patanjali. And one has to have, we broke it down into three parts. First is purity of mind, and which involved meditation and pranayams and having good thoughts. And this is how we get rid of karmas. So repeatedly meditating on one's soul, and like you said, that mind is acts by karmic influences, planetary positions, and it deviates work through them, and also yama also acts that way. The second part of purity is of mind is the purity of speech. So your language must be pure. Whatever words you say must be uttered purely, because it has a lot of influence on the mind, which is then connected to our soul. Even if you don't mean what you say, the vibrations get spread, and it may attach on to another susceptible mind, and which will carry out the act of non-pure speech. The second part of niyama was contentment in one's life, and this has what you have come to your life. Whatever you get as part of your life, you have to be contented with that, because it is part of your past karmas. Now, if you want to improve the current situation of what you have, then one has to put effort uh, without any results, expectation of results. And these expectations of results is also explained in the Bhagavad Gita. So once you put your complete effort, the results will be automatically seen, and you should be able to see the results as much as the effort that you put in. One has to be aware that they should not be blaming others or the Supreme for their lack of effort, or for the lack of not seeing their expected results. You have to understand that planets, nature, and devatas are only doing their duties, and they are carrying out their duties in a non-favorable, I mean, in a favorable manner, which is in accordance to nature's law. So if you have to improve your karma, or if you have to improve your contentment, then you have to use the creative intelligence, where you have to put in effort and change the situation. So this will come automatically depending on your effort that one puts in. So the first thing that comes after meditation is the blissfulness, which is the godliness for nature that you experience the first few minutes. And during that time, if you are putting in your complete effort, results will be seen. The third part of Niyama he was talking was introspection, which is very important. And he said that introspection and meditation go side by side. Of the uh, five things that he said about Kama, Krodha, Mada, Macharya, and Lobha, anger is the worst. It will kill oneself, and it also is capable of spreading to other people. So, what do we do at this point? We have to allocate 5 to 10 minutes for oneself and introspect alone. Write down everything that you like, what causes the anger, what causes your desires, everything to make sure that you copy them down, and then you increase of as your desires increase, the efficiency goes down. So that is why it is we have to address these one by one. And it also said that never disturb others life. These desires that you possess should never disturb others life. Lead life without disturbing other people. And now these small issues or anger will lead to bigger issues, and it is capable of splitting families and leading to drastic effects. Now, spiritual people can never get angry because it is always counterproductive. We always have to thank nature for what was given to you by nature. Surrender completely to the Almighty and then carry out your effort without any expectation of results, and continue what you do. So always come back to being clear about who am I, and always remember the Mahakarana body, and that we are spark of the Paramatma. So don't get dragged down. Establish always yourself in the big self at all time. And once you establish there, hold it strongly and always function from there, and hold the strong thought. Retain the absolute clarity. Now we are all passengers, and we keep moving on, and always keep your manas in the present state. Now, niyama helps in the only way that one can achieve purpose of life. Many people take many lives, but that is okay, because you are here to do what maximum you can once you realize the purpose of life, and add positive karmas. Maximum karma depletion is right now, as right now you are aware and you have the time and the opportunity to deplete all the good and bad karmas. This is the way of life. Put the thought in your thought itself and be aware of the thoughts at all time. And you also have to understand that principles of life goes together always with the principle of nature, which means if there is a cause, there will be an effect, there will be a chain reaction, and there will be repercussions because of that. And that was what
Right.
last.
I think we just touched the thought analysis a little bit. So today we are trying to go a little deeper into the analysis of thought subject. In Babaji's Kriya Yoga, some people, particularly the Ramaya group, Ramaya Marshall Govindan group, they give introspection at the second level, much more deeper. I think in Yogananda's teachings, it comes all along. And in our group, all of you know the introspection has been given important right from the beginning. So all those things we talked about, who am I, and tattvas, and all those things involved introspection also. Okay, so introspection is very important. Most of the Siddha teachings recommend time and again, whenever you have time, or whenever you have problem, confusion, your mind doesn't start control, and it's moving around as it likes, and you know that the horns are not in your hands. Um, Times like that, or even if you have extra time, once in a while, you should give 10 or 15 minutes to yourself, meditate a little bit, or even after regular meditation every day, sit with a paper and analyze yourself. What is the problem? Why am I uh, in such a restless state, or confusion state, or any problem happening in your life? Anything which is giving you a challenge. So sit and write down and analyze your thoughts. Okay, analyze your thinking, and use the same mind and the volume control.
One more, and one more.
That's what they recommend. Once in a while we have to do it, and here also we did a couple of times with some people who came for introspection, and it's make it as a regular practice. That will be very useful along with meditation. Today I'm going to give the theory behind this analysis of thought. How do you do thought analysis? Okay, how do you do thought analysis? To do thought analysis, the first thing you have to know how our mind really works. How our mind works. Okay, and how different people's mind, of course, works. Externally, we talked about a little bit about the mind in terms of the different parts of it, how it works. Manas, Buddhi, Sitta, Mahangara. And I'm not going deep into that. All of you know, we talked about it earlier. But other than this, normally, for some people, mind will be more focused always in Annamaya Kosa. All of you might have heard of those terms: Annamaya Kosa, Manomaya Kosa, Pranamaya Kosa, Vijnanamaya Kosa, Anandamaya Kosa. Kosa means a kind of mind, right? So, so some people, they're not highly evolved, or because of karmas, they may be always in Annamaya Kosa stage. Annamaya Kosa. Just the basic necessities. Anna means food. The basic necessities only, right? They want to make sure that they have good food, good clothes, good shelter, selfishness, only for their own thing. And as long as they have a nice, tasty food, that day they are very happy, they are very content, and their stomach is full, they're okay. And their bank balance is good, they're okay. They don't care about anything else. Other people suffer, or they need something that one can give, but they're not giving. They don't care, whatever happens. Okay, so that is a state of mind some people have all the time. As long as they are okay, sometimes a little beyond, maybe they as long as their family is okay, their relations are okay, or whatever group they belong to, they're okay. That's fine with them. Okay, mind sometimes acts only at that level. Okay, that is called Annamaya Kosa. Annamaya Kosa. Okay, Annamaya Kosa. And then Manomaya Kosa. Next part is Manomaya Kosa. And the mind thinks only itself, only its own mind, only their own problems, only their own karmas. Sometimes people get depression because they don't know what to do, or they always find fault with themselves. Their mind is acting only in their own mind. Their own mind. They don't care about other people, others. Most of the druggies are like that. Okay, they always look at themselves only, and they don't care about anything else. They don't even care about their own body. All right, so mind only within their mind, Okay, nothing, not to worry about other situations. Remember, we always talk about the triangle. It's not only you in the universe. You have three: yourself, the society, and the nature. All these are always working with you. If you forget one part, you'll always be confused. So only knowing these three, understanding and applying to your life, you'll have fulfillment on the real nature of anything. Yourself, a problem, or nature of situations, you won't understand. Okay, so if you are going to be only in the Manomaya Kosa alone, then you're going to be in trouble also. Okay? It doesn't mean that you should not worry about your food, basic necessities as one has to. But thinking too much on that or living on that only, that's a low level stage. It's like animal like life. They don't need to take a human birth. Okay, so Annamaya Kosa, Manomaya Kosa, then Pranamaya Kosa. Pranamaya Kosa is your breath. Prana means your breath. By nature, your karmas and the planets moving around, so many things are happening. One of the ways these planets and other things control yourself is by the breath. So by adjusting the breath level, your mind can change. How many of you notice that some days you are good, creative, nice, and feeling happy, but some days you're down, you're fully down, and you can't do anything. You don't even want to get up from your bed. Okay, some days are like that, ups and downs, and so normally it's happening. I'm not talking about depressed people or depression affected people. Normally, this happens. Okay, so that's why Siddhas developed something called Shara Yoga to observe your breath sometimes. Okay, whether you are breathing deeply or breathing faster and this and that. So these pranamaya kosas sometimes can affect your mind also. Okay, pranamaya kosa. Explanation in these kosas, bodies. Some people apply even for the types of bodies. Okay, even we use it sometimes, but this is one way of looking at the mind also. Okay, pranamaya kosa. Then vijnanamaya kosa. Next part is vijnanamaya kosa. Vijnana means intellect, science, right? Some people will be thinking about only this logical principles only. Even sometimes they don't even worry about their food. Okay, read and study and books and this and that. Always thinking logically, always argue with people, always thinking their intellect is much smarter. Always think whatever they are thinking is right. They may be right also sometimes, but not all the time. Otherwise, you won't be here, right? Looking at different situations, their personal life and this and that. So, and then even for simple matter, they don't know how to be in life, in their family life, or growing up the children, taking care of themselves, or taking care of the work. It won't be good, but they will logically speak. They won't even have enough basic necessities in their family, but they'll be talking about all the 18 siddhas and all the Brahman and all the mantras, and they go and be in the temple. It doesn't mean that one could not do that, but there should be a balance also, right? Balance of looking at the world and nature in a proper perspective. Okay, proper perspective, proper angle. Um, they will argue logically, and they'll say only science is right, and there can't be any existence of godly nature. Everything happens by laws. It's the atheist attitude that you might have seen how atheists argue, right? Can you show me the God in front of me? They won't even wait for a minute. They won't even understand what you're talking about. But show me in front of me. Why is this happening? Why people are suffering? There should be some reason why God is making all those logical thinking, right? Always in the Jnanamaya Kosa. Doesn't mean they're wrong. I used to be like that for some time. For some time, I used to be arguing type, So that is not Purnam, because science is not complete. You know that. Because science says something today, and some other things will change. They will say hydrochloroquine is the medicine today, and tomorrow then they'll say, no, that's not working. There's a toxic influence, then they'll go for something else. Science and Siddha's knowledge is not like that. Okay, once they say black pepper is good for health, it is good for health all the time. All right, now whatever changes. So that's knowledge. If Kapasura is good for developing immunity, it is always thousands of years. It's still the same thing. It has been written in the scriptures, right? In the Siddha's poems, and there it is been used for thousands of years. There's no change. Today, somebody will come say GMO is good. GMO is the uh, modified organisms, the genetically modified organisms I'm talking about. Initially, everybody was excited about big size bananas, big size apple and everything, tasty, seedless lemon and all this stuff. Now people come to know that they are not good for health, so they're going back to organics, right? So that kind of logical mind, intellectual mind, can only go only for a certain distance. We have to use that also, not to the level of only that. That is vijnana maya kosa. Mind may act in some people because of karmas or whatever they've done. More focus will be on vijnana maya kosa alone. Okay, and finally, Anandamaya Kosa. Okay, Anandamaya Kosa, mind can be at the ultimate Ananda level. Blissful consciousness, okay, completely blissful, completely in the ecstasy consciousness. You should be wondering why I am even criticizing that. And I'm not criticizing that Anandamaya Kosa, but you should to make sure that you are doing your worldly duty also yourself. Yama, Niyama, your duties to your family, your children, duties to your society, and duties to nature. So we are a little different from some of those traditional spiritual teachings. Okay, but ultimately everything is same because we have chosen to be a samsari kind of life, and according to Babaji, we have to go through this. Yes, you have to be in ecstasy, you have to be in blissful consciousness, but with that consciousness, do your duties. Okay, don't be just sitting there and chanting mantras all the time and forgetting about the whole thing. Okay, if you want to be a siddha, you want to go to the forest, okay, that's okay. It's a different kind of life. Take that. But you have a family and you have children and you have everything, and then you want to sit in the puja room 24 hours, and that is not going to work out, and that is not going to fulfill the purpose of your life. Okay, so some people will be trying to be that will contradict their own mind also. So that is one of the reasons why sometimes even this taking sannyasa and all these traditional our teachings have been rejected because of people doing that. Okay, I'm already 50, 60, so let me go to the forest. That is what my ancestors did. So they leave their family, everything, and they want to go to Kashi. Right? Kashi, and then forget about everything. They want to die there, leaving the family, and the rest of the families will suffer. They will need their advice. So it is against our Siddhas teachings. If you look at all the 18 Siddhas, they all have attained the ultimate deathlessness. They attained. They attained even Sarupa Samadhi like Babaji. But why should Babaji come and live with us and teach? Why should he give us all this knowledge? Okay, you should be wondering. All right, the duty to the world, duty to the godly message they are getting, godly message you are getting. That should also be done for the world, and be part of this Maya, this Trivilayada, the dance of Lord Shiva. Okay, be part of it. Okay, non-attachment way. Right. So all the different courses are good, but we have to make sure that our mind functions properly. Don't get involved, absorbed only to some of these. All right. So we have dealt a little bit about the other types of mind. Now, this is the mind which is creating the thoughts. Okay. So when I was telling you last week, whenever a thought arises, please just introspection sometime. Just sit down and write in a piece of paper. Whenever a thought comes, just catch that thought. Analyze the thought. Where is it coming from? Is it okay to think this? Think of this certain person or certain situation. Okay. Remember the poem I was telling, one of the poems, எண்ணி எண்ணிடில் இனிதே பயக்கும் எண்ணம் எழுந்து தானே இயங்காமல் எண்ணத்தில் எண்ணமாயிரு. That's a poem. எண்ணிடில் இனிதே பயக்கும். It means you think of your thinking. எண்ணிடில். Think of your thinking. If you think of that, always goodness will happen. Okay, make sure you think only good. That's what it means. See, if a bad thought or anything comes up, stop then and there. Oh, I should not think this. So make a good thought. Okay. If you cannot think of good thing, always the bad thing comes up. Go to your mantra. Okay. Go to Shivanama. Go to your Hum Namah Shivaya or this is Shiva. Okay. That will wipe out all these bad thoughts. But if you can think good thoughts, okay, if you can think of your achievements, something which is making you happy, good. So that is where all the laughing yoga and everything comes up, okay? Because physiologically we are creating some good hormones, good things inside our body, okay? So think of good things. So think of good everybody, not only yourself. Think of good everybody. I mean, with complete heart, not outside saying something and they will say, "Wow, okay, be fine. I wish you best," but then internally you're thinking something else. That's not going to help anybody. Okay. So your mind, your heart, and your spirit, your energy should be in the same way, in the same situation. Okay. So any that means think of what you think. That means think of only good things. எண்ணம் எழுந்து தானே இயங்காமல். Don't let the thought arise on its own and then function on its own. எண்ணம் எழுந்து தானே இயங்காமல் எண்ணத்தில் எண்ணமாயிரு. Think of your thoughts all the time. You can make it as a practice also. When you're doing something, if some other thoughts comes and bother you, just think of why is it coming? Is it because of my dream last night, or because somebody's call, or because somebody who did something bad from 10 years ago, 20 years ago? You know the basics of human nature. All of us have karma. That is why we are here. So think of all those, and then make sure the thought doesn't go on its own, and then make it into action. First speech and then action. Okay. So control your thoughts, indirectly controlling your mind. This is the first step. All right. So எண்ணம் எழுது தானே இயங்காமல். So don't allow the thought to rise on its own. Okay. So it is sometimes very difficult because we can't even figure out what is mind and what is thought. Can we control our thought, right? So by now you should have a little grip on this. Okay, now you know what is mind, you know what is thought, because that is part and parcel of us. That is the non-physical nature of our soul. Okay, so you should be having a little bit control on that. Okay, so look always outside the box. Look outside the box and think at the human birth as you are as a passenger in this long journey, and you are with your parents for some time now. You are with your husband or wife, the family. Now, like that, look at the outside, not only within yourself alone, you and your own karmas all the time. Think of the wide nature of life. Think of society. Think of the natural laws. Okay. So then apply to good things to your thoughts. So if you think of what your thoughts, think good things, and then make sure the thought goes on your own way. Okay. So when you think of your thoughts, how do you analyze and how do you control? Okay, that is the question. That's the question. So our ancestors, Siddhas, have found out when the thought comes, there are certain ways. There's reasons. Okay, the first reason, right from the beginning of the mankind, the first reason is a need. There's a need for you, because we are taking the human body. There's a need of food, need of water, okay, need of shelter, need of clothes. Okay, thought may arise because of the basic needs. Okay, so if there is a basic need, well, sure, we should do it. We should go and do that particular action. If you want to tell your family member you need some water, I'm hungry, you need some food. Yes, there's a need for the physical body. That can be that kind of thought. It's a good thought. So allow it to function, and go and take your food. Okay, just satisfy yourself. So there's a need. The need can be like a job. You don't have a job, so you want to get a job, so that the basic necessities can be fulfilled. Focus on getting a job. Focus on getting education. Okay, the need can be to buy a house. To buy a house, so facility. Do not take your needs to the level of showing off to other people. your basic needs should be filled up. That's it. If you're going to change yourself according to the society, moving around, then it's an endless thing. Because comparison, you cannot be comparing only with a certain group of friends and then it keep on spreading and there's no limit to it. Basic needs should be filled up. That you have to work on it. You have to work on it and get it. That we know how it works. Okay. Remember we talked about the how you can achieve what you want by meditation. We always thought whatever we think it happens because of our deep meditation and because of the vibration we create and all those stuff. Okay, that is important. In the chapters of Dhamma meditation, we talked about it earlier. Enniya enniyanga eduba, manam thinniyaraga perigi. That means you, whatever you think, whatever you want, you will get it if you have a strong thought. Now remember, this applies to bad things also. If you keep on thinking bad, oh, this may happen, that may happen, it will happen. Because you're creating that vibrations yourself. Okay, so think of positive things. If something is difficult to achieve, you will say that I will try my best. I will do my full effort as much as possible. If I get it, I will definitely get it. Remember the principle we talked about earlier. Even if godly nature doesn't give, your own effort, whatever you did, that has to be given to you because that is a principle. Okay, principle of the universe. So you will get it. Basic nature, basic necessity. Even if you got it, you have to go to the tough time. That is because of karma. Maybe you have to go through it. Okay, things change. Change is the permanent thing. All of you might have heard of that word. The only thing in the world that is permanent is changing. Change. So do not expect anything to be permanent all the time. That is beyond nature because everything is changing. Your atoms are moving. Your molecules are changing. Right? So everything is changing. Universe is changing. Seasons are changing. Right? So everything is changing around. So definitely change will come to you also. But resisting the change is something else. Like remember we talked about diseaselessness, agelessness, and all those stuff. This is a different subject. But change, make sure you understand that change is permanent. That's happened. Okay, so we have to think of what we are thinking and make sure the mind makes the thoughts on its own and then produce the results. Remember the example of the secretary in the office getting the anger from the boss, transferring all the way to the children and the family, same thing. So if you stop that thought, right, then and there in the office, okay, this boss is always like this, how should I get affected? You'll change tomorrow. If I do the things properly, maybe you'll be happy. And so don't worry about it. Just do my duty. Okay, don't expect the result. As Bhagavad Gita says, if you stop then and there, all those chain reaction will not happen, right? So the thought, analysis of thought is very, very important in introspection. So the first thing may be the need for certain things, basic necessities. It will come. Analyze whether it is a real need. If I want to have a 10-bedroom house suddenly because one of my friend has a lottery and he had $1 million, he bought it. So I should also be part of it. No, that is not a need. If you have a family and you have a child, you are living in a 1-bedroom apartment, your child is born, now you need one more, or your parents are coming to meet you, need another bedroom. That is a need that you have to work for, right? Not for because other people had it, I have to have it. That is not a need. So again, that needs introspection too. Introspection stops then and there, because the thinking takes a lot of energy, and if you don't do it, that is going to be there in your mind, lingering around, and the efficiency of mind is going to go down. If you have so much of desires in your mind occupying everywhere, and then you don't achieve anything, even something is needed you want to do, you can't do it. Okay, so efficiency goes down, keeping all of this in your mind. Then and there, analyze, take if it is good, otherwise throw it away, forget about it. Okay, that is how it has to be. Okay, analyze your thoughts. So need is one of the things your thoughts may come. Sometimes habits, you may think something because of the habit. You have to be very careful. This habitual mind. Okay, you be with certain kind of friends, you have that kind of habit. Most of the people smoking and drinking is because of the habit only. They cannot get out of the habit. They may start smoking in the dormitories and hospitals just to give a company to some of their friends, and then they get addicted. They can't get away from that, right? Same thing, the drinking too. They just to get along with some friends and some family members, and they start drinking, and then they get addicted too, right? So habits may give you a thought, even for small things. You go to a restaurant, you just had your lunch and in an office, and you go to shopping, and you go to a nice restaurant, and suddenly you say, "Oh, that medu vada is good in that restaurant. Oh, that sweet is very good," and then suddenly you go and start taking it. That thought that came because of the environment, situation around. Or your friend asks, "Oh, I need to have it today because I'm very close to this. Oh, this halwa is very good in this particular shop. I'm here. I have to take it." And not knowing that your wife already made some sweets in the house and it's already there, and that has to be finished. On the top of it, you're going to buy this and eat there also. First of all, waste of money. Secondly, waste of your health. And you're taking too much sweets, you're diabetic, you have diabetic genetics, genes there. Without thinking, you just act. That's how you slowly become a slave for your mind. Okay, if you stop then and there, oh, this thought is coming. Is it right? I just had my lunch. What's a big deal? And if I take this particular sugar, it won't suit me. Right? Yes, taste is good, but I'm not going to go only by my senses. I'm going to act by my mind. Okay, habit. Habit is another way that a thought may come. Oh, this friend is calling, and then you're talking to some time, and you're gossiping, and then some past comes, and you're thinking about it, and you drink because I feel good. Or thinking about that friend, whatever you're done with that friend, you want to do the same thing. All right, ask me to come for the party. So all these things may go. Is it the right time? Am I supposed to finish the assignment? Am I still taking the class? And I have to do this, clean the house. I have to think of going for shopping. All this will go away, and then you forget everything. Okay, so habit is a bad way of not allowing the mind to think. Okay, then the surroundings. Hmm? The third is surrounding sometimes makes us think differently. That is one of the reasons why we go to the temple. Temples are built because of that. All right. When you go to the kitchen, you look at your cashew nuts and all those sweets and fruits, and it's a nice smell. You feel like eating, right? The same way, when you go to the temple, you see all the people in the divine state, and you have chanting mantras and rituals, nice camphor and agarbattis and everything. So you feel that there's a good environment, right? You go to some Jiva Samadhi of Siddhas, you go to a certain place, you have that vibration there. Same thing opposite also happens. You're going to be a friend who drinks all the time. The smell of alcohol is always there, and he's always talking about something of sensual pleasures all the time, always having the kind of jokes all the time. So your mind, this is one of the reasons why they say, tell me your friends, I'll tell about you. Okay, your surroundings. So surroundings also affect our thoughts. So you have to be very careful when you're doing analysis of thoughts. Jot down this. Is it because of the need? Is it because of the habit? Is it because of the environment? Okay, think of this. Give some 5 or 10 minutes. Think of this. And then other people's mind can also influence you. They may, for good or bad, they will try to change your mind. Okay, you don't feel like watching that movie, and your friend may influence you. You don't feel like and thinking that day that come on, man, it's only a party, do it. You know, And they may have good intention or bad intention, whatever it is. But as long as it is others' thoughts which is coming to you, usually it is bad. So be careful. All right. Analyze it, take it, and then decide. Okay, just for their sake, you're taking a little bit of drinks. That's okay, 1 cup. That's okay. But then do not allow them to push you too much. Okay, they're happy. They're happy. That's it. That's all I can do. Not more than that. Not more than what I can do for them. As a devotion to your friendship, you're doing it. That's okay, a little bit. But do not spoil your own self because of this. Okay. So once you know this particular thought is coming, sometimes they influence your own family, your own children, your own future life. Your parents say something, everything is finished, and then still your friends say no, don't do it. Then you're thinking again. You're like in between on the top of the wall, let's jump this way, that way. No, Purnamada Purnam. Our Siddha's knowledge is always complete. What you're learning, spiritual learning, is the truth. This has been there thousands and thousands of years. This is the right thing, right way. So hold on to it. Keep it strong. Keep your grip strong and follow. This is how I am. This is how it is. This is how I'm going to be. All right. So do not waste this human birth. This is a rare occurrence. It's a rare occurrence. You're coming to spiritual path, and you've been given the information because of your fortune, good karmas, and don't lose it. Okay, you have a good guru, you have a good teaching, good surroundings, so don't lose it. Don't lose. Go with the mind. Okay, because other people sometimes they may try to pull you back. They're thinking that what you're doing, man, is wrong in their own way. You can always explain to them. Explain to them, this is how I am. This is how I'm going to be. That's why I'm front to you. That doesn't have anything to do with this one. So you let them understand very clearly what you are, what you want, and what you want to do. Do not pull, thinking that you are devoting yourself for your friendship or your children or whatever. Don't come and say that I devote my whole life just for my children. Yes, you have to do your duties to your children. That is true. Uh, but again, remember, the soul, the purpose of life is really different. So don't come and say at a point in situation, I have done so much, I've given my life so much to my children, see what my children are doing. And I never complain. It is your duty to help them, duty to advise them, to give some part of your life to them. But nobody asks you to devote your whole life. All right? You cannot do that. So be careful that also even children sometimes make you think differently. You have to be careful also. Anybody, everything, even parents because of their own nature, because of their own karmas, they want you to be certain way. Doesn't mean that you should not listen to them, but use your mind, use your intellect, which is right, which is wrong. If you are in a confused state, go back to introspection. Okay, because we are following traditional knowledge, which is being proven to be right for thousands of years. Number one, number two, proven to be in line with yourself, proven to be in line with the nature, proven to be in line with the society, all those things. Okay, so do not go by the few misdirections of your friends, relatives, or whoever it is. Okay, so thoughts may come from all this. Sometimes thought may come because of your past sanchita karma. We call that karuvamepi in Tamil, or we call that internal karmas, internal imprints. Okay, if your whole generation has an imprint of drinking problem or diabetic problem, okay, of course genes are there, genetic relation is always there. You have to be careful, but even the mind sometimes behave that way. You have to be very careful. The pattern of, look at your parents, how they're behaving, how they are doing. Grandparents, some of them will come to you, don't accept as it is. That is why we have the supreme intelligence. Intelligence as a number one thing in the 96 tattvas. You are born here to remove some of those bad karmas. If the same problem is going to happen to you, then you have to be careful. I can always see the pattern. If there's an abusing parent in the house, the husband abusing the wife, or wife abusing the husband, that will repeat because they have seen it in their childhood. It may repeat the same way, or it may go opposite. Because the dad was bad, this guy will become yeah, dad who is more submissive. He doesn't want to be dominant. That can happen opposite way also. Or because the dad is dominant, always arrogant, he will also be arrogant. He will also be part of it, just following the dad. So analyze all this. This is because of the sanchita karma, past karmas. Okay, do the right thing, think the right thing. That is why in Buddhism they always think right and do right. But again, they don't go deep into what is thinking right. Okay, so this is it. This is what it is: introspection and getting to know the thought. Okay, the deep, the root of the thoughts. Right, root of the thoughts is very important. Very important. Okay, and sometimes you may get some good thoughts coming too. Like suddenly you feel like building a school. Okay, suddenly you feel like building a temple. Okay, but if you're rich, if you're capable of doing it, do it. If you're a millionaire, if this thought comes, it is good for everybody, good for people. You can do it. You can. You have such a good community of people, friends to you. Yes, do it. You have to do it. Take it as a first priority. It's a good thing. Good karmas asking you to do. But you're already struggling for your own family life. You're already struggling for your basic necessities, and then the thought of building a school comes to you, building a temple comes to you. Maybe you can ask your friends to do it. Maybe you can ask the millionaire. Maybe you can influence the person. Can you please help this temple do this? But you cannot go and scratch your head and put your head to the wall. Oh, I can't do it. What is this? This thought is always coming to me. Only the thought is that you can do it. Do it. If you're not, just leave it. Okay, don't forget about the thought. Something simple may come, helping people. I feel like doing some service to the dumb and deaf. I feel like teaching something good. These are all good thoughts. These are all good things. So if you can do it, do it. Okay. Remember, I was telling you earlier, one of the good dhanam, davamam, dhanamam, meditation and dhanam சொல்றது
Charity.
and meditation and charity in any form. It can be in terms of money, or it can be in terms of knowledge also. Okay, if they always say the guy who make others to learn fishing is better than somebody is giving a fish to the other person, right? So you give some good life to others, give some good teaching. If it is coming from Babaji, if it is coming from some other source, give it to others, give it to the people, so they can also get it. So that is another kind of charity and good thing. If that kind of thought comes, do it. Even if you have to spend a little bit, even if you have to spend your time, this and that, that's fine. Okay, and spread the knowledge. Have some good karmas on that too. If you're able to, of course, you can't even talk particular language. You can't even you have to start from the scratch. You can't do it. Then that's a different thing, right? Maybe you can go and help somebody doing it. Okay, if that's what you want to do. Up to your limit. Do whatever you can. Whatever you can. So in Tamil we say karmas are karvamaipu. That is the sanchita karma, pradapta karma. Some thoughts may come. Right? So good thoughts, do it. Bad thoughts, make sure analyze it and throw it away. Okay, I feel like drinking today because I'm so happy. I feel like drinking today because I'm so depressed. I feel like smoking because of this and that. I feel like wasting the time this way. Look at this way. Why is this thought coming? What is the reason? It is not going to be helpful to me. So let me think of something else. Maybe I like to see, I like to do some rituals. I like to do some bhajan, maybe meditation. I like doing meditation sometimes. Or I like running sometime, walking, going to the park, beach, and getting some good prana. Do it. Okay, those are all good things. So make sure, analyze, and do whatever you could do. Now, sometimes the nature itself may induce your thought. Deviham, godly nature itself will induce the thoughts. This is how all these seers and rishis and mahavatars like Babaji, they're all doing it. They're all doing the thoughts coming up from the Almighty, the nature. Nature is asking them to do. Sometimes you may have the thoughts of completely renouncing and doing something good things. Well, within the family itself, you renounce, but still you do your duties at the same time, do some good things. All right, that is also coming from the godliness. The need, maybe some people in their society might have thought, oh man, I wanted to meditate, but there's nobody to teach and nobody to follow. You know, even though you are thinking it is going to affect somebody, right? That is one of the ways I think, induced. Maybe the society may think, oh, nobody has discovered this particular medicine. They go on, keep on praying, and then this thing comes to a rich person, and that same thought comes, and he's going to donate to American Cancer Society. So they're going to give a grant, and maybe that particular grant is going to come in good invention. Okay, so something may happen like that also. We call it Deviham and Tamo, or godly thoughts. If godly thought comes, if you can do it as soon as possible, because you are going to be close to the godly nature. Lord Shiva's commands, we say in Saivism, Lord Shiva's commands are always there. That may affect you. That may they can come to you. This is how in Siddha's ways they say Sittan Poku Sivan Poku. Some of you might have heard of it. Siddha's way is Shiva's way. Whatever Shiva thinks, Siddha's thinks. If I can strongly say whatever Babaji thinks, it's Shiva's thinking. I don't know how many of you know that Babaji has very close connection with Kartikeya, Lord Muruga. And all of you know that Lord Muruga is nothing but Lord Shiva's another form, Lord Shiva another form, or his own knowledge being transmitted in a different way. So we have the Siddha connection there all the time. So whatever Baba is doing, I strongly believe it is coming from the Almighty. Okay, even today he is living and spreading this knowledge because there's a need. There's a need there in the whole of the universe. So all these things will come when you analyze the thoughts. You'll be amazed to find the root sometimes. Okay, you'll be analyzed. So make sure think always in such a way. எண்ணத்தில் எண்ணமாயிரு. Always put your mind to your thoughts and then think and then do. Just because you're not doing it, oh, I'm only thinking, I'm not doing it, so I can have bad thoughts. Even by words. That's why I don't like people just for the fun, people saying wrong words, wrong way of speaking, because they don't know these words and thoughts affect their mind, even if they think that's if somebody else there, who has a susceptibility for these thoughts, they will do it. You can see sometimes you think something deeply and you don't do anything, but the other person will do. Your thoughts are very strong. Okay, so that is how the nature is set up. You have to be very, very careful in your thinking. Okay, so I think, yeah, I'm going to stop there unless you have any questions on this introspection or thought analysis, which is a very important part of Niyama, internal discipline. And try to do this, try to do some time, and you'll have lots of benefits, a lot of benefits in terms of spiritual progress and also control of your mind, okay, by logical control of your mind. Okay, any questions, anything? By the way, if you have any thoughts and anything about your meditation progress, any doubts, again you can ask me also, or your experience, something new in your meditation, some progress. Let us know too. So let us share.
Thank you,
Shamji,
proud speaker.
yeah, Shamji, yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to add to your discourse today
Yeah.
about you are talking about the later part of discourse, chitta, that is the mind
Mm-hmm.
and thought process.
Yes.
So what I would like to add to the audience is, in my experience,
Mm-hmm.
normally an example will give us a clear understanding of our mind. Our mind, we can actually compare to normally we go to a lake and you see, or you go to a pond, or even go to, in modern days, a swimming pool, when there is no disturbance on the surface of the lake or the swimming pool or a pond, you can clearly see the bottom of the lake. So similarly, in order to see ourselves, which is in the bottom, in our mind, or in the wherever that is there, the chit, the atman or the soul, we have to keep our mind very calm. So Patanjali Yoga Sutra mainly concentrates on mind. That is chitta vritti nirodha. That means the natural tendency of mind is always thoughts keep coming to us, and that is the natural state of mind. So in order to stop this mind from these thoughts coming, is just to let the thoughts come, and sit in a quiet place and breathing and observing the thoughts. Keep on, just don't react to anything. Sit down in a Padmasana or Sukhasana. Sit quietly in a calm place and observe the thoughts. And the thoughts come and disappear. The thought comes and don't do anything, just observe. And after some time, as the ripples stop on a lake, these thoughts stop coming to our mind. That is the where you start realizing the calmness of the mind. So it takes practice. What I do, in my own opinion, in my practice, I do it early in the morning, because even in my family, if I have my wife or anybody, children, they're all sleeping. But I get up at 4:30, 5 o'clock, because my body clock is like that. That is the quietest time you can. And as soon as you get up from the bed, you refresh yourself, and then sit down calmly. Start for 5 minutes, increase to 10 minutes. Like that, you can practice it step by step, and you can come to a point where the mind completely stops from thought process. Thoughts are coming, but the mind it gets tired. No more thoughts come, and in that situation, you really realize, feel, and anubhava. That is means your own feelings come out. So this is what I want to just suggest to our audience, that practice it, and early in the morning hours before sunrise, try to get up and then do this practice and see what happens.
Good. Thank you, Shanji. Thank you. That's why I always suggest to do the introspection after meditation. And as Shanji said, it is more transparent. You settle down, all the particles of karmas are settled down, more clarity is there. Okay. All right. Any other comments? Anything else? Anybody else? Yeta, Sharmi, Anulia. Amma Nigolia. Okay.
I'm good. I think they've already talked about all of this before. So.
Right. I'm just plugging into the Patanjali Sutras. I don't want, I don't want people to think, oh, Patanjali Sutra is something beyond our knowledge and all those things. But we talked about doing the same thing.
Pranamaya Kosa, Pranamaya Kosa, the Kosa, the 5, இது பத்தி நம்ம முன்னாடியே
Yeah. In a different angle, we talked about it as parts of ourself. Remember, in terms of solar body, Shukshma body, and all those stuff. In terms of that, we talked about it. But in terms of mind, you can interpret this also. Right? So, yeah, different stages of our mind thinking. So that is what application today. Okay. Good. Amma, நீங்க வரலையா?
இருக்குங்க.
ஷர்மி. குமார் அம்மா தான் பாரு. ஷர்மி அம்மா பாரு.
ஓகே வீட்டுக்கு போயிட்டாங்க.
போகரன் போயிட்டாங்களா?
நெக்ஸ்ட் வீக்ல தான்
வெரி குட். வெரி குட். கேட்டா சொல்லுங்க. ஓகே. எனிதிங் எல்ஸ்? முடிச்சலாமா? ஓகே.
I don't have any questions now. Today's
Okay.
session was very
Thank
good.
you. Okay, welcome. Okay, Nivjeta, இருக்கா உங்களுக்கு முடிச்சு சொல்லணுமா? Anything about introspection in your thing?
No questions.
No questions on that? Okay, good. How about you, Jason? Yeah. Okay. All right. So with that, let's conclude with the Shivaya Nama. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Shivaya Namah Navasima Mavaya Nasi Siya Namava Vashimaya Navo Shivaya Namah Mavaya Nasi Siya Namava Vashimaya Navo Shivaya Namah Yanavasima Mavaya Nasi Siya Namava Vasima Yana Shivaya Namah Yanavasima Mavaya Nasi Siya Namava Vasima Yana Shivaya Namah Yanavasima Mavaya Nasi Vashima Yana Shivaya Namah Yanavasima Mavaya Nasi Siya Namava Vashima Yana Shivaya Namah Yanavasima Mavaya Nasi Siya Namava Vasima Yana Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. அம்மா நல்லா இருக்கீங்களா? குமார் அம்மா எப்படி இருக்கீங்க? நல்லா இருக்கோம். உடம்பு பரவாயில்லையா? உங்களுக்கு எதுவும் கொஸ்டின் இருக்கா? புரிஞ்சுதா இன்னைக்கு எது பேசுனது? இன்னைக்கு என்ன மாறாயுதல் பற்றி பேசணும். என்ன மாறாயுதல், என்ன மைண்ட் என்ன ஒர்க் பண்ணுது அப்படின்னுட்டு கொஸ்டின் இருந்தால் கேளுங்க. தமிழ்ல குமார் நீங்க சொல்லுங்க, எதுவும் கொஸ்டின் தான் மாட்ட. தேங்க்யூ. அந்த பாபாய் குமார் சொல்லுங்க. யஸ்வி தீபிகா
What do you want, Deepika?
No, I'm asking her, how are you?
Sharmi.
Oh, is it?
Is it her daughter?
Oh, she's talking to the.
Oh, the other one.
Oh, the little one in New Delhi. Yeah, we have.
Shaya, your mom has gone to Koki's place?
Yeah, today last week she went because Kumar is going to office every day now. So she's
So I just did on purpose.
Uh,
So you are going to office or you going like online?
No, he's actually has to be physically present in the office.
oh,
Oh my God, so adorable, Nivedita. Oh my God. Thank you.
And upstairs that's my brother.
oh, your brother too. Hello.
How are you?
They're shy. They get shy.
How old are they, Nivedita? How old are they?
Sakshi.
How old are they, children?
Oh, how old is 4 years old? She'll be 4 in July.
Okay, the son, the back,
Wow. And he's 7 years old.
7 years old. Oh, okay. Man, you have hands full.
Siddharth. Siddharth.
Oh,
Yeah. And
okay.
I have one older 9-year-old.
9-year-old
So you know
too.
what? God? Yeah.
Hands full.
Yeah. You're like my sister. She has 3 too. She has 2. Oh, she has 3. Yeah. 2 girls and 1 boy. Yeah. Yeah.
You boy.
You have 2 boys? No, 1. Oh.
That's interesting. Kumar, you were asking me something. What is it, Kumar?
Yeah, it's change the place.
Huh?
Yeah,
You sit, look at them, then you sit normally.
it looks different. The back is set up
Oh.
looks different.
I removed that curtain. There's a white background curtain there. So I removed it because it is so dark outside. So I thought there shouldn't be that much disturbance. You can see the lawn and the
It
water.
looks like the black part looks different in the back.
Right.
Yeah, somebody.
But this is looking very nice.
Oh, thank you. I put Baba's picture at the side. That's the main
Oh,
thing.
you look like a Baba.
Oh. Thank you, Kumar. Thank you.
Nivedita,
If I'm a big Baba, you're a little Baba there.
where is Chetan?
Are I wanted to see.
Deepika, what is it? She's right here.
Wait, I wanted to see.
You're not there on the screen for some reason.
Now the picture is complete, Nivedita. It's looking really pretty.
I can't
Yeah,
see.
they were waiting for everything to finish.
I got to see them.
Oh yes, now she has all the three children. Hi.
So, what's your
Oh,
name?
they're so cute.
Oh, I got to see them. I had to see them.
Chaitanya.
Oh,
Chaitanya. Oh,
beautiful. Chaitanya, Sakshi, and Siddharth.
Siddharth.
Oh, hi, Siddharth.
Hello.
From the house.
Family. Somebody who's practicing.
Ah.
Oh, they're so
A
cute.
lot of horses and a lot of cats and my best and a lot of flowers like that.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
They look good.
Do you do meditation, Sakshi? Do you do some meditation?
I teach them.
Yes.
I do anytime. I do sometime when I'm doing meditation. I come and I push talking. I come.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
Very good.
Sometimes in yoga class.
Wonderful.
You did yoga class too.
Good
Wow.
job. Good job.
Very good.
Yeah, they have a yoga class for the kids every day at 30. So,
Online?
They teach also meditation, yoga, eye exercise, breathing, concentrate. You need to concentrate how to do the breathing.
Oh,
Very nice. Very nice.
very good. Very good.
They have the 30 you said? Yeah, every day at 6:30. Yeah. My
That's
kids
good.
have not joined even once. They don't like it. They're like, can we skip today? But
Yes, but that is such a good thing, Nivedita. I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
You can.
where is mine? Where is my cake and pudding?
You want to say
Sakshi, where is my cake?
Man, the little one is really active.
Hello, this is Shyam here. I just wanted to let you know that I used to teach children's yoga in California.
Oh yeah? Okay, Shamji.
And
Okay.
I used to teach them because they have this. They have places in where the children go to school, and then they used to call me and teach them yoga.
Uh-huh.
And it was a lot of fun teaching yoga to young children because they're so fun to teach yoga, and they have all kind of questions, and they're not afraid to ask any questions, and their minds are very clear. And I really enjoy teaching about 3 years of yoga for small children.
Ah, okay.
We're like hoping that we put the seeds in there, and then later on, if they need to bring things,
Right.
then they'll know what. Yeah.
So
To
true.
get them exposed to it. Yeah, exposing is good.
You know, all these for past 2 months, we have been doing like a family yoga thing with like family in India and we here. So the kids used to participate in the pranayama, which we do towards the end of the yoga.
Uh-huh.
Right.
So, but they really never learned the shanti part or anything. But just by hearing it every day, now they both know it by heart. Really, just by sowing the seeds, it's just amazing to see how they can learn and how they can grasp it so quickly.
Right. I mean,
I was amazed to see them. Like, they didn't really. Yes,
yeah, right.
just once a day. My God, and they're just hearing, nothing else.
I think that's a wonderful thing you're doing it because number one, when they're children, they like to be with their parents, like there's the little children, and that is the time they will really imitate you. Whatever you do, they imitate you.
Right.
Teach them asanas or anything, they will imitate you. And
Right. They want to be like their parents.
Yes.
True.
Very beautiful. I don't know how you must be. You have your hands full now, right?
Adorable.
At home?
So what's that?
I said at home you must be having your hands full, trying to entertain all three.
Right. We're not at school for 6 hours. It's like you have to coordinate everything.
Non-stop.
Yes.
Yeah, 3 of them and so young. You just remind me of my younger sister in Boca. She has the same age group level.
Oh, the same age group. Yeah.
Older one is a daughter and she's 11. And the middle is a girl too, and she is 6. And the youngest one is 4. And it's a boy. Not yet so So it's adorable. They do yoga and they also go to It's so amazing to see how dedicated my sister is to that Hare Rama Hare Krishna thing, and then the kids sing the whole bhajan in Hindi. They are Tamil speaking, but the kids know Hindi now.
That's
good.
language, right? Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Sharmi, your mom was telling about the sister in Boca that she's also interested in all this. Ask her to join us sometime. Since it's a Zoom meeting now, yeah. Ask her to join sometime since your mom is there.
I stopped Nivedita is able to sit through this though.
Oh, well, yeah. The same with Priyanka too.
Right, when mom is trying to join the yoga, like the meditation class, meditation we do like every day 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I can see like you're on mute. Otherwise, it's like I don't
With a loud noise.
Yeah.
It's amazing how you children like don't like they are actually.
They get to watch a movie, or they get to watch something. So they say, "Mom, aren't you gone? Why aren't you leaving? Go."
See?
Ah! Pushing you to do.
So much, right?
But they need to meditate so they can watch a movie.
There you go.
Smart.
That was my God, adorable.
Very
Love
cute.
you.
Mm. Oh, God.
Amazing. Great, thank you.
Back.
Okay, take
Okay.
care. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye, cuties. Bye, cuties. Where's the little one?
Bye-bye. The little one
Where
is
is
gone.
she?
You're always welcome.
Bye.
Okay, Sandhya, I'll stay. Bye.
Oh, thank you.
Bye-bye.
And Manoj,
Yeah, I'm here, Shyamji.
Bye, baby.
Bye.
Okay,
Yes, yes.
bye-bye. Take
Yes, we will do
care.
it another day, definitely.
You're a cutie.
Such a cutie.
Uh-huh. Mhm. Shyamji, how are you?
oh, I'm doing okay. I'm doing good.
Okay.
I just had quick question for you.
Yeah,
In this in prayer, Shivaya Nama.
yeah.
Shivaya Nama. Yana Vasima. What is Yana Vasima means?
See, this is called Panchatra, right? All these Ya, Na, Ma. Shivaya Nama, Om Namah Shivaya is the Panchatra, main Panchacharam, right?
Right.
So each of the letters stand for one of the element, also one of the chakras. So,
Right.
yeah, so Na stand for the earth, Ma stand for the water, Na stand for the Muladhara chakra, Ma stand for the Swadhisthana chakra. It goes like that. Then Manipur, Anagat,
Then I understand that. I understand chakras, Mooladhara, Swadhisthana,
and
Manipur chakra.
also
Anahata
elements.
Chakra, Pitta chakra.
Yeah, also elements. Yeah, also elements.
But element also earth, water, fire.
Yeah.
all I
So the same
understand.
thing. So what is Tirumala Siddha says, if you repeat these 5 letters in different sequence, if there is any crinkle or anything, if the chakra is not open or if it's not functioning properly because of the karmas and other things, repeatedly saying these words in different way, you are getting enlightened. Your spirituality develops, and also the karmas disappear. Okay, just like saying the mantra affects your mind. It's all the vibrations, Swamiji, vibrations of these particular chakras. Yeah.
I understand Namah Shivaya.
Yeah.
All these 5 elements. Namah Shivaya, water, earth, fire, sky, and I understand those, right?
Yeah. So you're giving prime importance to a particular word or particular chakra, and then you're doing this again and again. Namah Shivaya is straight, right? Namah Shivaya. And then when you say Yanavashima, you are going to put the Agna chakra first and the rest of the chakra later. So you're chanting the letter for a particular chakra in one sequence, and then the next time you are giving some other letter prime importance. And the next letter, yeah.
I see that
Sivaya Nama Yana Vasima. Ya is giving more importance. Here Ya is your Ya is your Agna chakra.
Okay. Yana Vasima.
Mavaya Nasi.
Mavayana Si.
Siya Namava Vashimayana Om.
Vashimayana.
Yeah. So this is practiced by Tirumala Siddha, one of the 18 Siddha, who so he is recommending this mantra for a family person. Okay, so we're all in the family. Yeah, we are not. So those who are only in the spiritual, like sadhus and sannyasis, they tell this mantra in a different way.
Okay.
So
see, that's Shivaya mantra, Shivaya mantra, and we are doing Om Namah Shivaya 3 times.
Yeah.
Shivaya Nama, Yana Vasima, Mavayana Si, Shivaya Namawa, Siya Namawa, Vasimayana.
Om.
How many times? 3 times, sir?
Yeah. 3 times Om Namah Shivaya, and then this one 7 times. Shivaya Nama Namah Shivaya is 7 times. Then you finish with 3 times Om Namah Shivaya.
Okay, 3 times, 7 times, and 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, these sessions are going well.
Mm-hmm.
With, you have created this particular sessions for family people, which is good.
Yeah.
And you're because yoga is a very interesting, and it is before when you talk about yoga and yogi, they thought people going to Himalayas becoming a yogi. Now
Right.
we have to bring it to the family lifestyle, how we can do yoga in the family.
Right.
You are doing an excellent job doing that.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
because you need to apply on day-to-day life. We cannot run away everybody in the Himalayas.
Right. Right. Exactly. Exactly.
So this way, you're bringing nice way how you can apply into day-to-day life.
Right. Mhm.
And that I think that is very good. Your format is doing good because what happens is, like you said, how can we apply yoga in a practical way in our
Mhm.
family, in our work life, in
Mhm.
our society, in all aspects of our life. We don't
Mhm.
have to run to a forest.
Right.
That's what I
Right. Right.
find.
Right.
How
Mhm.
people used to get the sannyasi and leave the whole family, go to Kashi, and then die there.
Right. Right. They call
So,
vanaprastha. Vanaprastha is always there.
but it is not possible, right? Because
Yeah.
it is not practical now,
Yeah.
and it is not possible because
Mhm.
we are not in a combined, we are not in a united family. Like for example, when somebody becomes 60 or so many years old,
Mhm.
the family is to stay together. So even if his wife, he left the wife alone, son used to take care of her.
Right.
But
Right.
nowadays it is not like that. One family is in USA, other family is in India, somebody else is in Australia.
Right.
So
Right.
really, so that's why how can we apply yoga in a
Mhm.
practical way? And I think you are doing an excellent job.
Mhm. Thank you.
Even though it is a different approach,
Yeah.
but it has to be applied in a practical way, and how we can become a better human being. That is most important.
True.
Yeah,
True.
you can be a better husband, you can be a better wife, you can be you can be a better son, better
Mhm.
daughter. These are the things that we're trying to make people and bring harmony in the family.
Right.
And I think what you're doing is very good. That is very good for these people to, because nowadays we are having a lot of problems in family life.
Mhm.
And when we apply these principles in our life,
Right.
I think the families will not be divided. It will be united.
Right. Right.
That is the purpose of yoga is union. Union.
Right.
So if all of them on the same, we sing from the same sheet of music,
Right.
and it is harmonious, right?
Right. Right.
So it is good. It is good if you do yoga and you are or you are doing whatever we are doing. Your wife participates, your children participates. It is wonderful
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely, Swami. Definitely.
because everybody gets the benefit of it.
Right. Right. That's our ultimate aim. Yeah. That is the aim of.
That is the aim because
Mm.
nowadays it is very much required because we need to have some common understanding about yoga, and
Mm.
it is not should be mentioned yoga is for people
All
that go
people.
to Himalayas or
Mm.
some away from the
Sannyasis.
society. But
Yeah.
those are siddhas they are different people. They never married and
Yeah.
never had any family.
Right. Right. Right.
Yeah, but for the regular family is this is good. What you are doing that is good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I wanted to when you were explaining that these siddhas are there.
Yeah.
When you get time if it is things can happen. I'll travel with you and meet the siddhas.
Yeah. 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 Definitely. Next time we'll go. When I go to India, I'll let you know. Yeah. Maybe we can go together. Anyway, we
And
have to.
also
Yeah.
yeah, we don't know when that is going, but also that I would like to visit that place where Mahavtar Baba appears to the people.
Yeah. 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 Sure. So
In
the
Himalayas, he does appear to the people there.
quite often. Yes. Yes. Quite.
Yeah.
If you go to Himalayas, your chances are much more. Of course, he appears everywhere. He has appeared in California too. Some people have seen him in Yogananda's ashram. And then some people have seen him in Chennai. There are a couple of places where he really came in physical form. They have some small temple, and his footsteps, where he put his steps there, they have small. His feet is still there, so you won't believe it.
Yeah, Paramahamsa, because Paramahamsa Yogananda in California, he has ashram there,
Yeah,
and his Adi is there in California. Paramahamsa Yogananda
right.
in Los Angeles, that
Yeah.
is his ashram.
Yeah,
And he is his samadhi is there in Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. Yeah,
And they he has seen Mahavatar Baba.
Yeah, definitely. He talks about it in his book.
He was talking about how he appeared to him
Yeah,
in his autobiography of Yogi,
yeah,
and that I read in that book, and
Yeah.
he has said that how he has seen
Mm.
Mahavatar comes in different forms,
right,
and it appears to the people in different way,
yes,
and that is very interesting.
yeah.
So how is everything going?
Everything's going good. Everything's okay. We're still struggling with the work and this. I'm still trying to get this Zoom meeting with our board members. I was trying to see whether I can attend Silveraj, but because of the time difference, I just completely forgot about it. I couldn't go. But I don't know whether he did send any other message. Maybe I'll ask him if he has recorded. Maybe I will try to see. Yeah, so I'm working on this very slowly. I'm getting the all the information. 2 more people I need the emails. So once I get it, I'm going to make the Zoom meeting, and then we're going to talk about it. Hari Singh is always calling me, and he's sending the message that he's working on it. But then his budget and his ideas are too big. I don't know whether we can achieve right now, or at least we can put the seed in the people's mind.
Oh, Hari Singh. Okay.
Hari Singh in Orlando.
Hari Singh is talking about that. Is he still talking about
Yeah.
Cocoa Beach?
Oh yeah, he's still talking about it. So he's waiting for us. So once we set up these board members, 10 of them, I'm going to arrange that Zoom meeting. Wait for that in a couple of days. So then I have some people from Tennessee, some people here, some people in India. So we will get them all together, including Dr. Baga, and then we'll talk, see what we can do. Some of the projects we have, and then how we can achieve one by one. This golf course project may be a little bigger, but if Hari Singh is going to come up with some idea, like writing a grant or helping from help to some politicians, maybe we can see that also. Okay, because after all, it is our culture, right? Indian culture. If you want to put it in that way and see whether something can be done, that is also okay. Because that's what he was telling me. So once we get the land and the property, somehow, then we'll see how so we plan through the board members. That's the idea. So that if that project is not possible, at least we can have regular Zoom meetings and regular, just like what I have on Sunday, Sunday evening. Maybe we can have a Sunday morning Zoom meeting with all the board members, with India people also, just like what they are doing in India. We can get in touch with them. Now, all the people are getting used to the Zoom now, so they are. This is exactly what I am trying to do it when I was there in Bangalore, to have an electronic classroom, so that way we can do. The same way we are talking now, we should be able to talk with people in India too. So it is not a difficult thing. So once you have this kind of connection, then it will be very useful. It will be useful for the university and all over the world also. We had a Zoom meeting just now. There are about 95 people in that meeting. You won't believe it. So 95 people are getting together from some from India.
Where is it?
95 people were meeting. About a couple of hours ago, we were in a Zoom meeting. One of our friends' daughter, she is graduating. So they are doing celebrations. Yeah. The Zoom meeting, there were 95 people attending. Can you believe that?
Yeah, 95 people. Yeah, they can attend. They have so many members, right? Zoom has become very popular for that.
Yeah.
And they made it very easy for people to attend it and conduct it. And it is very, very user friendly.
Yeah.
Zoom is going to.
Yeah, Zoom is coming there. Yeah. And also in Google also they have something called Google Meet, Google Talk. So that is also useful.
Yeah.
Zoom you have to pay for a long period of time. In Google Talk is very cheaper, less money also.
Zoom you have to pay for a longer period.
Yeah, like Jayshi had subscribed for 1 year. I think she paid about $150 or something. But I suggested her not to do it. But for her friends and everything. She's doing it. But Zoom, yeah, Zoom takes money if you are going to do a longer period of time. Whereas Google Talk is free. Yeah,
How long you can do?
free 40 minutes in Zoom. Google is free. There are some limited features. You can share the files and whatever you want from the office perspective.
But about the Zoom, how many people can participate in Zoom?
Zoom, I think about close to 200. This is more than enough.
100 people can participate. Huh?
Easily, yeah. They won't come in the same screen, but you have different pages. So one screen maybe you have 20 people, another screen another 20, like that.
Oh, like that. Okay, okay.
Yeah, that.
Different screens. Okay.
Yeah, that too only if you want to see a grid view. There are different kind of views: speaker view, grid view, side view, like that. So you can change it.
Oh,
So if you just want to see the speaker alone, you can see that alone. All of them also you can see. So so it is getting easier, and people are getting used to it. There is a good advantage of this COVID-19. Now the world is getting one.
it is actually very convenient for people to join from their own home.
Yeah.
And participate.
Yeah.
Then going to some place and to a hall or to a temple and participate, because they may not be able to drive, they may not be able to take their children. Whereas in this case, they can have their children around, they can have their parents around, everybody, family can join, and I think it's a very good. This Zoom has become very, very useful for the people, and I think it is going to the future, because especially it doesn't have any geographical limitations. So people can participate from any part of the world, as long as they have internet connection.
Right.
And that is wonderful. So this is going to be a future. Most of our meetings are going to happen on via video.
Yeah.
And people it makes a lot of sense. This technology that we can use when you use the technology properly, you can really do many wonders with the technology.
Definitely. So this is good for our university also, because our university is going to be, at least for the first 5 years, and we are planning. I was thinking, we will be like this only: Zoom, online, everything, and then slowly we can have, if possible, you learn Hari Singh like people. Once they have some standard play, then we can do. But in India, definitely, if I have a chance to go next time, you are coming with me also, so we can go and fix people like that guy Roy and other people. They're all ready to give land and property. Maybe we can fix it. Maybe we may have to make a person to be there. We can give a little bit of salary, and we can have connection. That's what I'm thinking doing. Because in my hometown, I already hired a person for Siddha medicines. So very soon we are going to get Siddha medicine also from India. Yeah. So he's already shipping, and so that kind of connection we can have. And online, we can be teaching from here, and there also they can teach. So all these are good possibilities coming up. So
yeah, very good possibilities are going on right now. And one thing is, we have to come up with a format, and we have to have how to proceed and step-by-step process,
right,
to make it to the university level.
Did you talk to your friend Swamji in California? You said you have a friend who may be interested.
Well, I have somebody who's interested in Arizona, so I'm going to invite him to join, because they are 3 hours difference. But we can ask them to join. And he has taken this yoga course along with me. We did this. We had a yoga teacher's course in California, and his name is Shatrughan Singh. He's very good, and he's an engineer, and he works in California. I mean, he used to work in California, and he now lives in Arizona, and he has got a lot of people. They have this, association, right? He's from Bihar, Bihari Association. Then there is another person, is Manoj. You already probably might have talked to him.
Yeah, you are the one who was, yeah, you told me that, yeah.
He was supposed to come to the to this. He was supposed
Saint
to
Lucia?
come to this Saint Lucia, yeah. But he could not come because his wife has to go to India for a wedding, so they did not come. But he also has his own yoga studio in California.
Wow.
For last 8 years,
Mm-hmm.
and he teaches yoga on a regular basis. And his wife is a dancer. She's a professional dancer.
Yeah, you told me that, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he teaches that. So we can include these people. But we first and foremost thing is we have to have our own format. So when we have our own format, then they'll come on board, right? Right now we just format online university. What my thinking is that we will have different departments. Like for example, this that Devaki, she's a pranayama, scientific pranayama. That Devaki, met her in Bangalore, but she also came to United States. She teaches scientific pranayama. So she's also very good in teaching how to do pranayama, Basrika, Kapalapati, and Anuloma, Anuloma, Aloma, Anuloma, alternate nostril breathing. So she does and she does it in a scientific way.
Right.
And she has developed some course. She has written a book also.
Oh, okay.
By profession,